Very impromptu late stream. It happens sometimes. I was prepping for a slow cook, so yeah. Where can we heal? Because
Okay.
Off we go.
okay,
Right.
the bloody screen so real is only on Fairy because she has low HP. Alright, let's shop. Hey Ben, thanks for coming. How'd you like the galettes? Hey, got my signature on the dish menu. I got my signature dish on the menu this evening, so if you're gonna stay the night, drop by here for dinner, yeah? I guess this was pretty scary for those passengers, but I think they'll be able to relax now with their stomachs full. Shop.
Take as long as you need.
So we can use their kitchen. Nice.
I'll be waiting for you.
Let's see, anything we can cook? No. Nothing important, at least. Oh, this is the party-wide one. All out of battle. A galette that tastes best when enjoyed as a family.
Thanks for the grub.
And then salad.
That was yummy.
And of course,
Love me a sugar
sweets.
rush.
My daughter's been baking galettes practically every chance she can get lately. At this rate, she'll be a better chef than me in no time. Well, good for her. I'm excited to see how good she'll get. This town music is incredibly chill. I like it. It's gonna put me to sleep by the end of the stream if we're still here. I'm headed to Remaferia for a business meeting regarding nutritional supplements. I was worried this would throw a wrench in things, but thankfully I gotta make some calls at the inn. My hosts from Remaferia were very understanding. Sometimes I wish my boss would be like that. Oh well. At any rate, looks like this detour isn't all for naught. Who knows what more I'll find. Gotta pay attention to the chat boxes.
Looks like another good harvest this year.
Oh, the waitress. Ran. Got plenty of those flavorful types around here, so I guess I gotten used to it. Who knows, maybe that lady and I would have gotten along had I gotten the chance to talk with her. Oh, right, if you happen to need some ornament work done, we can help you out with that. Our workshop's every bit as good as the big boys. Boss has his hands full with the bus, but my friend there works as his understudy. He's pretty good. Alrighty. Hey look, a side quest. Got plenty of people to talk to, though. First, Mari. Real Village has its own sort of charm, don't you think? I might as well take in the sights and sounds some more while we're stopped here. I don't really make plans when I travel. I just like to let things happen to me, so I don't mind the chance to learn about new people and places. Skip.
Look, a real windmill.
Yes. I just came back from a little fishing trip. Did something happen? Hope it's not too dangerous outside the village now. Anyway, I'll be heading back to the capital tomorrow evening. Gotta make the best of these local fishing spots while I've got time. I wonder what the fishing minigames are like in this. I've been back on the fishing train as of late. Some of my friends got me back into it. I decided to bike out here for some fresh air and fresh fish, and boy did this place deliver.
I hope that bus makes it back safe and sound.
Car.
If something happens to it, it's just more work and Mira for us.
Van, please don't wish for people's misfortune.
But the money. Of all the times for monsters to crop up, though, I keep hearing on the news about how there are fewer and fewer of them, and yet, there they were. Never imagine I'd come face to face with one. Alright, I did remember to get in touch with the company about compensating you. It's looking like they'll be working on the bus well after sundown. I can only hope they get it fixed in time. We were bound for Remaferia before we got derailed. We still have a ways to go after crossing the border. Driving at night is too dangerous. We'll have to wait until tomorrow to get back on the road. We can stay the night here, at least. Now I think about it. They have orbital lights or whatever on those highways, yeah? To keep the monsters away? Be able to go off.
Not this way.
No. Well, we can't really see anything from here. But I'm pretty sure there were those lanterns. I wonder if one of them got knocked out again. Sorry, can't talk much right now. Need to fix up the bus here. My apprentice, she's over in the factory. She can help you out if you need something. She's still learning, but you wouldn't know it looking at her. You can get your ornaments sorted out in a jiffy. I appreciate it, actually. Be nice for her to get some real-world experience. My factory is over around the back side of the church. My brother should be there running the store, so she can help with whatever you need. Alright, we got weapons too. Just basic stuff, though. Got a use for them, you could take that stuff off our hands. If we have the Mira. Oh, I'm good, I swear. Just... never mind, it's nothing. Please, pay me no mind. Huh? He was giving me a funny look there. He seemed quite on edge. Do you know him from somewhere? Never seen the guy in my life. Dude's a bit fishy, but we got bigger fish to fry. Let's leave him be for now. Why are they out here? They can't be, can they? I don't want to cross him. He's not your average guy. Dude's rubbing me the wrong way. Sounds like he's got something to hide. I'll keep him in my peripheral. Van's pickup truck is parked here. Yes, it is. Do you know that green-haired passenger by chance? He really caught my eye. Not often you find a suave urban type like him around here. I wanted to chat with him, but he's disappeared on me. Maybe he ran over at the inn, wouldn't know where he's gone. I'll have to ask when I get the chance. I'm guessing he's the one that was suspicious on the bus after we saved everybody. Wonder if there are more people like him in the big city. I can't wait to move there already. Wait for me, you dashing yuppies, you. Good. Lashkar. Oh, mister, you were talking about helping out with jobs around the village. Are you a bracer? I want to be a bracer too. Huh. I give off that vibe? Good to know I can pull that off. Wait, so you're not? Actually, yeah, on second thought, you'd be kinda cold and creepy for a bracer. Here I was thinking I could ask you about the main guild branch at the capital. Well, I work in the capital, and I do poke my head in there for work sometimes. Why, you thinking about visiting? Yeah, I am. I don't want to just talk the talk. I want to go learn about the guild and how to join it. The sooner the better. Do you know anything about how to join? Well, as far as I know, they don't really do tours or tryout days or that kind of stuff. You just walk in and say, hey, I want to be a bracer. And if they got room, they'll train you. Hell, you could probably walk in right now as long as they're not too busy. Really? I'd better hurry then. I don't want to miss out. Thanks, mister. I want to visit as soon as I can.
Okay.
I bet if you have combat experience, you could probably get in easier. Man, Annie's really mature for her age. It's the way she's always looking after her brother, you know? That kid's a handful, but she keeps him in check. People say she's soft and stuff, but I think she's just humble. She's really strong when she wants to be. I want to grow up to be strong too. For her, I mean. For everyone's... For her, I mean everyone's sake. Oh. He just cut himself off because he doesn't want to admit that he crushes on her. Hans. Hold on. I swear I know you from somewhere. Have you dropped by our store before? The one right over there. Nope, never been. Really? Could have sworn I... No, wait, you frequent that bistro in Edith's Old Town, right? They source some of their produce from us, and I'm the delivery guy. Small world, huh? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I remember seeing your truck before. So the old man gets his veggies from all the way out here, huh? Quite a hike. That it is. I've been working this job for about a year now. I never got the chance to say hi in Edith, but if we run into each other again, feel free to chat me up. Ah, yes, world building. Always nice to meet customers, clients, and customers of clients. Good stuff work, though, not gonna lie. I get now why my parents prioritized finding a job they loved over a job that paid.
Alrighty.
I'll shop in here. Sup. Fuckins goods. Oh, sorry, I just lost thought there. Now, I don't think I've seen you around. Are you a traveler, or did I just forget your face? No, don't mind us, Pops. We're just asking around about some stuff. You remember anything about a group of Jaegers who stopped by a while back? Jaegers? Well, yes, it does ring a bell. Some of them came by the shop, I think. That was a week before... No, never mind. I think that was someone else. The more I try to remember, the more foggy it gets. I don't think I'll be much help. Sorry. Nah, don't sweat it. We'll loop back with you later. Sometimes it just pops back into your head like that, you know? I'm sorry, young'un. I'm just too much of an old fogey to remember things clearly. I've been really foggy lately. Sometimes I can remember if I think on it real hard, but still. But I can still work cash register, eh? Just tell me what you need and I'll get it for you. Okay, so...
Okay.
So his shop icon actually changes when, there's
Hello?
nothing left to talk about, I think. What you got? Oh, bought it already. Canvas tote. Bron, yes. Bought. Vent seal, burn, freeze, blind. We cannot afford to buy all of it, so I think we'll just hang on to our stuff
So
for now.
long, alrighty.
Those are less, dire for us to buy. Keep talking to people. Kitty. Mer. What's wrong, Nero? You're usually running around a lot more. Rarm. Come on, Ken, let's go home, okay? I think Nero's anxious. Maybe he wants to sleep. I want to stay outside. There's so many new people to play with. Ooh, Annie, there's a crab. You got way too excited, Kent. Something about that old man really scared me. I wonder what he was doing all the way out here in the village. Old man.
Okay.
Nero looks kind of stressed out, so I'm gonna bring him home. Kent just has so much energy, we have to drag him back inside whenever we play. Are we able to get down there to even talk to him? Oh yeah, there we go. Hi there, Mr. Crab. You don't mind if I catch you, right? Ooh, I bet Annie and Nero will flip when I show them. It'll be like that one video of the guy who chases his wife around with a lobster every single year as like a yearly tradition. Ah, you must have come on the bus. I don't believe we met. If you need anything while you're here, I'll help however I can as the village mayor. We've been getting more tourists and travelers around this neck of the woods. I've been spending more of my time tending to them lately. We're a simple farming town, as you can see, though some of us do trek out to the city to deliver produce and spread the good word. At any rate, I'll see what I can do to help sort this business out. For now, make yourselves at home here and try to decompress.
Well,
I should talk to the driver when I get a free moment. This sort of thing isn't unprecedented given our village lies on a busy international route. Hello there. Are you here from the capital? We see more and more tourists coming out here from the capital nowadays. Maybe it's our produce deliveries, or maybe it's the atmosphere. Either way, we're sort of making a name for ourselves. My husband really emphasized trade in his time as mayor. We've even made delivery deals reaching as far as Crossbell. I think his efforts are really paying off. We're getting some wonderful word of mouth out here. Chess.
Whoa! That huge thing's turning just from the wind?
Yes.
I've never
Milling
seen one of
grain.
these up close in person before.
Oh, there's no physics. Why would I expect anything different from they're trying with this stuff. it's something. Not every bush though. Only some of the bushes have those weird effects. Alright, Jafar. Here's about the windmill, are you? This here is my prized grain thresher. Does this job plenty well. Veggies and galettes are well and good, but they say bread and butter for a reason. We're part of the Republic's bread basket with the wheat we produce. Neat. And though crops of any kind are a welcome sight, wheat especially just feels gratifying. Gazing out upon that sea of golden grains, picturing the wonderful loaves they'll make, it makes your heart soar. Or it does mine, at least. You can't make beer without the right grains, after all. Are we able to actually see the grain fields? Not really. No, there they are. Can see it. I was wondering if if they would actually do it, like with Armorica Village with all the flowers. So yeah, you can see the wheat field. It's all the way out there.
Whoops.
Those are just ahead. We have no reason to go this way. Now let's keep talking to people as we got a few more places to go. Here's a church. Sister Bellica. Interesting name. Welcome to the Crail Chapel. Oh, is something the matter? Oh no, just... Are you from the Central East by chance? It was just a little weird seeing someone like you out here. Ah, some do find it strange, yes. Central Eastern though I may be, I was born and raised here in Crail. I did make my pilgrimage to the Holy City for training. I was approached to serve in temples there, but the Holy City wasn't where my heart was. I wanted to come back here to serve this village I call home. Makes sense. A lot of hometown pride, huh? Looking back on it, I noticed a bunch of immigrants here. They all just meshed together. Indeed, Crail's a tight-knit place. It's hard to be a stranger here. Our sense of community binds us closer together than any color or creed. This village really does feel like one big family. It's like everyone knows each other. It almost feels like home to me. It was difficult convincing my mentor to let me practice back in my hometown. But she understands how important Crail is to me. I owe much to her for my time in the Holy City. I do hope I can see her again soon.
Well,
Inside. Hello, Dad. I mean, Father. Sorry, Vicar. Welcome to the Crail Chapel. I don't believe we met. Might you be travelers then? I do hope you enjoy your stay here. I heard there was some sort of accident nearby, but I don't believe it's much to worry about. Are you here to see the ruins by chance? You can find them in the hills nearby. It's not quite as well known as the other archaeological sites, so you're likely to get the area all to yourself if you choose to visit. Neat. That sounds important. I've made the trip out there a few times myself, albeit not on official church business. It's quite the curious spot indeed. You'll see this series of pillars placed in a very deliberate pattern. Supposedly, animists of old paid tribute to their patron deities there. As it happens, they discovered a giant stone there around 20 years ago. I happened to be there for it. Neat. Archaeological findings. Gonzalez. Alright, time to wrap this up. Come to think of it, I saw Kent and Annie playing down by the river today. Now Kent's unstoppable, I tell you. Annie, though, she's nothing like him. I love them both to death, of course. Just funny to see how different they ended up. He's a big guy. But I like him.
Oh, you must be.
I got a few more people over here, so let's just talk to them, get it out of the way, and then do the side quest. Ranji. I know my ancestors came here from the east. Apparently they were pretty big blacksmiths back in the day. I was really into that stuff growing up, but now she's gone and joined the factory instead so she can be a real professional. More power to her, I say. All this newfangled factory stuff's a far cry from the smiths of old.
okay.
Never been any good with machinery myself. About all I can handle is the farming equipment. I say I'm a natural, but I think they're just flattering me. And last person. Altona. How do you find our galettes? Not a lot of people know that their unique taste comes from the traditionally Eastern flour we use. From what I hear, my family imported buckwheat flour from the village from the east. My husband and I managed a buckwheat mill here in Creole. I don't do so for tradition's sake, though. More than anything, I'm just happy to contribute to our village's specialty.
Well,
Alrighty. What is going on over here?
Come and see if you'd like.
Giovanna. Ah, pardon me. I heard that you take jobs like bracers do, yes? I got a bit of a problem and I need some help. Would you be willing to hear me out? Sure. Bear in mind, I ain't a bracer. I do a job if I feel like it. And I charge more than they do too. Good with that? Of course, just as long as the price is still reasonable. Easy. Doubt I'll need to charge you too much. It'll depend on how complicated the job is. Thank you very much. You see, I'm stumped on what to do. I've been trying to make soba noodles, and they're just not turning out right. Someone from the city like yourself might know what I'm doing wrong. Soba noodles? A dish made from buckwheat flour kneaded and cut into noodles. I recall from a book that soba noodles are popular in Eastern cuisine, Far Eastern specifically. Bingo! You ever had any by chance? It's popular street food back in the capital. Has its fans for sure. Very simple to make, but it's got a really deep flavor and smells like nothing else. Is it really? Dang it, now I'm hungry. I felt the same when the mayor told me about it the other day, so I figured I might as well try to make some myself for the Harvest Festival. I went around and asked the villagers for advice, and some of them do know about those sorts of recipes. But, well, it's been a bit of a flop. I haven't been able to get the flavors right. Harvest Festival, I think I've read an article about it in the paper. Right now, they celebrate every autumn, right? That would mean this year is right around the corner. So, I ain't exactly a cook. But I can try and give you some pointers based on the Soba I've had in the capital. I think that'll be a big help since you have that point of reference. Hearing about new experiences from people is really interesting to me. Thank you for hearing me out. Your thoughts, Van? She's eager for help, but... Free food. And we're getting paid for it. Not really a job for a Spriggan, but we've got time. Alright, I'll take it on. I always make sure to do the job right, so I want some good soba out of this. Oh, thank you so much. I'll do my best. I'm getting excited for some noodles myself. So, where do we start with this? Good question. So you said you tried to make some and it didn't go so hot? What about them didn't come out right? Well, the flavor was off and so was the appearance. The dough turned out powdery when I was cutting it, like it wasn't put together very well. It took me so much effort to cut it that I just sort of mangled the dough. The result didn't even look like noodles. The outside was all soggy and wet, but the inside was still chalky. It didn't soak evenly at all. That implies something might have gone wrong when making the dough. Perhaps there's more to making it than ordinary bread dough? And then the flavoring sauce. I tried to mix it up and make a flavor more familiar to the villages here. So I ended up using basil as my base. It wasn't inedible per se, it just didn't seem quite right. Yeah, sounds like you left before you looked there. Best stick to the recipe. Well, yes, you're right. There's a lot to unpack here. But before we can dive in, we'll need to figure out how to make this stuff ourselves. So, you said you learned about the dish from some of the villagers, right? Yes, mostly from Mayor Wang and Matona. They were a great help. Both can trace their roots to the east, so they had a general idea of how the recipe went. Well, that's as good a place to start as any. Feel free to kill some time till we're done asking around. Of course, thank you for your help.
Time to start working.
Oh boy. Certain four Spriggan quests will present topics. You can press X to present topics to certain individuals. Okie dokie. Why does this seem somewhat familiar? A completely different game. If you wouldn't mind checking with Matona and Mayor Wang for me, I'd appreciate it. I'll finish the rest of my housework while you're out. And... okay, talk to you. Hello there, how may I help you? Our veggies are still good in the city, of course, just not as fresh. They're their best when you buy them here, straight from the farm. I sell produce directly from the farmers, so you're getting the freshest veggies. Oh, and just so you're aware, I have a few sweets in stock as well. I started baking cookies for fun a little while ago. It's nice to be able to use the village's own produce for cooking. Cookies, you say?
Hello.
Buckwheat cookie. Bought.
Thank you.
Love me a sugar rush.
Assumed. We got an achievement for whatever reason. Drivers gained. Sure. And also damage dealt. Oh, sweet. That's actually really good.
Why, hello.
3,000 mirror.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Alright, we got a couple topics to burn. Right here. Let's see. Does she say anything different? Nope. Yeah, my allergies are killing me tonight. Bring up
Can we
topic.
talk?
Oh, you mean that recipe Giovanna talked about? Admittedly, I'm not too familiar with the recipe itself, but I know plenty about its ingredients. Buckwheat is my specialty. That's been passed down my family tree for generations. As millers, we know our wheat. Really now? It's wild. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised, though. Well, with galettes being the big thing here. Yep. It was my family that first imported buckwheat flour to the village, in fact. So I dare say it's in my blood. So, how do you make buckwheat dough? There are two main ways you can do it. The simpler way is to just use only buckwheat flour. That's called 100% dough. The second is to mix buckwheat flour with standard wheat flour. You can play around with the ratio of buckwheat to wheat, and that can change the dough pretty significantly. The most common ratio is 80% dough. That's 80% buckwheat, 20% wheat. So the way you make the dough isn't always the same. More this than I thought. The more buckwheat you have in the dough, the easier it dries out. So working with higher buckwheat ratios takes more skill, especially when you're kneading it. That's about the gist of it. Huh. A lot more complicated than I gave it credit for. Thanks for the crash course. My pleasure. Give my regards to Giovanna, would you? Let's give it a crack and see what we come up with. Right. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I'll ever make homemade soba noodles, so I doubt that'll ever be useful, but need information because I have a feeling that's accurate. Let's bring this topic up
Can we
here.
talk?
This is about Giovanna's soba efforts? I'm sorry to hear that she's having trouble with it. But I do appreciate you helping her. I hope she gets the recipe just right. Okay, I had the double take on his face. He's got like an incredibly defined like sunken in cheeks and jaw. Caught me off guard. Yeah. Well, the field's not my forte, but I make sure I always do the job right. Leave it to us. That's the spirit, young man. As for the soba, I can give some insight on the sauce if you'd like. My mother was born... I'm yawning a lot. Quite far to the east. She became skilled at preparing their cuisine growing up. From what I remember, soba sauce is made by first preparing a base soup stock, then adding the flavor of choice to it. Huh. Can you tell us more? The flavoring's a blend of various spices and sauces, usually local to the area. When the blend is finished, you mix it into the soup stock. Soba stock would traditionally use kelp or dried bonito to my knowledge. But there are many other bases you can use: dried vegetables, mushrooms, sardines, and the like. Really, anything goes so long as it tastes good. So you can personalize the flavor of the soba that way. I see. But kelp and bonito don't appear to be common ingredients here, at least. I'm not particularly familiar with them. Probably bigger out in the east. Let's see, we could probably use stuff more common around here instead. So, what should we make the soup stock out of? Giovanna mentioned basil? Basil would work in a pinch, sure. But I'm thinking if we really want to make the soba pop, we should get something stronger. Seafood's a good bet. We'll just need something we can find around here. Or maybe we can get some of that? As it so happens, some of our merchants do carry that. Shrimp is common in Eastern cuisine, so you should be able to find some from specialty merchants. I think you have some at my house, in fact. If you'd like it, you need only ask. Perfect. Hopefully you don't gotta raid your pantry, but if we do, we'll let you know. Nice. Our ingredients are secured. Secured indeed. Mission accomplished. Thank you for your help, Mayor Wang. Oh, my pleasure. I see some wonderful soba in my future.
Why do I suddenly feel as though all the joy has been torn from my body and replaced with screaming terror?
Interesting. The alert didn't show up. The alert box is there. The audio played, but the video did not. Interesting. Okay. I should try to fix that after the stream. Okay, that should be good enough. I think we have a good grasp on the subject now. So do we get back to Giovanna's now? Actually, I think we're still missing something. Oh, what would that something be? Secret spice, that's what. Nothing wrong with sticking to the basics, but I say if we're making our own, put a little spin on it. Something off the beaten path, Maybe something that grows around here. How about local plants? Could probably find some stuff down by the creek. I'm not sure what you mean, but you sound really confident about it. I trust you on this one. Cool. If we don't find anything, no biggie. We got some, Right over there. Right over there. Just sprint down by the river. What is this? Ooh, look at this right here. It's a weed or something? Is that even edible? I don't believe I've seen a plant like this before. Yeah, this here's what's called a fresh ingredient. City Slickers take note. They aren't common in the Central East, so I imagine you don't see any out there either. Dan took the plant by the stem and plucked it. Now, Far Eastern spice recipes call for wasabi. And, while this ain't the same thing, it's still called mountain wasabi for a good reason. Packs a hell of a kick. So yeah, this'll do just fine. Shred this up, grind it into a paste, and bam! Instant winner. Actual wasabi. I see. This is what raw horseradish looks like. Interesting. So, is it similar to other kinds of radishes? Ooh boy, you don't want to eat this like other radishes, no. Might as well kiss your tongue goodbye if you do, and your sinuses. Is it really that strong? I'm not a picky eater, you know. I can take it. Now I'm eager to try horseradish and soba noodles both. I think that about does it then. Let's bring Giovanna up to speed. Obtain a horseradish. So I'm guessing we have to act... The sound of the mill. Okay, so, let's see if we can buy shrimp, just in case.
So
Getting in
long.
here. Also, we have to give that gift, don't we? How do we give gifts?
Later launch.
Here we go.
Thank you.
You need to give a lot of gifts. Surely there's got to be other ways to bump up that stat. Let's see. She sold ingredients.
Why, hello.
Looks like we're just gonna have to
Thank you.
steal the shrimp from his house because nobody is selling anything. Yo, we picked up a lot of stuff from the villagers. Oh, thank you very much. If possible, I'd like to try and make another batch, and you can guide me as I'm making them. Would that work for you? Ditcher. Sure thing. Thank you. Let's move to my kitchen. Oh heavens, I forgot. My house is just a mess right now. I'm sorry, could you give me just a minute to clean up? What timing? If you need a kitchen, mine is ready and waiting. The mayor? Ah, Mayor Wang. I thought I'd stop by and see how things were going. Good that I did. Best to strike while the iron's hot, no? You'd be welcome to use my kitchen instead of cleaning yours up first. Oh, thank you so much. I'll gladly accept. Let's head for the mayor's house then. I'll just need to stop by my house real quick to grab some cookware and ingredients. Sure, we'll help you carry whatever you need. This is getting really exciting. I do look forward to these noodles we'll make. Alright, we gotta give her the tutorial, right? Well, make yourselves at home. My husband told me you'll be borrowing our kitchen. Help yourselves to whatever you might need. We'll be upstairs if you need anything from us. Don't hesitate to bug us if you run into trouble. I'm looking forward to seeing how your noodles come out. Thank you both so much. I promise it'll be worth the wait. Now then, we have the kitchen and we have the ingredients. All that's left is to put it all together. Do let me know if anything seems off to you. I'm counting on you. Sounds good. Glad to help. Ooh, I can't wait. So first and foremost, the dough. Yep, gotta go step by step. I remember that you can use 100% buckwheat, or you can substitute wheat to make a ratio of your choosing. At the time I figured, well, the more buckwheat the merrier, so I went all in with it. So you went for 100%? I did, yes. Should we stick with 100% dough then? Buck the trend. 80-20. Not to be pushy, but I think a lower ratio would be better, like 80-20. Matoto was telling me about 100% dough is really tricky to work with. It dries out before you know it. So adding some standard wheat into the mix should help when you're kneading it. I see, well that does make sense. Let's go ahead and do 80% buckwheat then. How to knead it. Oh goodness, you're right, it's so much more hydrated than before. This is much easier. It should hold up better when I cut it. I think the ratio really was the secret. Smells good too. It's looking great already. Excited to see the completed dish. Right, onto the sauce now. I think the stock was where I went wrong last time. I tried using basil, it didn't turn out very well. What would you recommend instead? I mean, he definitely suggested the shrimp. Let's try using shrimp this time. Mayor said he had some in his pantry. Don't imagine he'll have a problem with us borrowing some, as long as we offer him a bowl. Shrimp? I see, I see. Let's try that then. I'll go and find the shrimp for her. I'll keep an eye on the pot for when it starts boiling. Ben and company made themselves busy helping Giovanna with the noodles. Under their watchful eyes, the dish was finally assembled. This quest is just make sure that you actually paid attention. And wow, that just looks like they took like a real life picture and pasted it onto onto that tray there. It doesn't. It looks Let's see. Also, what is that liquid supposed to be? Below what I'm assuming is the wasabi. Ah, now this is superb. The smell alone makes my mouth water. So these are proper soba noodles. I had never had them before, but they look scrumptious. I'm flattered. I couldn't have done it without all your help. Now let's see how it tastes, shall we? Hell yeah, man. I'm starving. Thank you for treating us. Thanks. Ben and company dug right in. Oh, wow. It tastes really funny, but in a good way. It's delicious. Can I have seconds, please? Oh yeah, that hint of shrimp with that earthy note from the buckwheat. That right there is a winner. 5 stars. I'd wolf him down again. I can really taste the natural flavors in this dish. This is almost like a sample of the entire region. You mentioned this was a Far Eastern recipe? This stands out even among them. It's unlike anything I've eaten before. I really wasn't expecting the flavor profile to be so complex. It turned out simply wonderful. This does bring me back. Taste is always so comforting to me, no matter how long I go between bowls. I dare say you mastered this recipe. Make sure you try some of the horseradish too, eh? It's freshly shredded, so it'll really light up your taste buds. Oh, good point. Might as well give it a try. I wonder how it might complement the noodles. You told us just a little bit, right? I don't see the harm in adding a little more. I could take the spice as a Central Eastern recipe, so this would be cake. It is a completely different type of spice. Agnes and Fairy decided to try the horseradish with their noodles. What is that? Such a spicy. I can't even taste the noodles anymore. I really don't like that. I prefer the noodles by themselves. Goodness, this is strong indeed. I imagine that's to do with how fresh it is. It's acidic at first, but the aftertaste is quite pleasant. I can see the appeal. It's just an acquired taste. Yep, it's a very mature flavor. Not for the faint of heart, but once you try it, it hooks you. You don't like it though, that ain't a problem. You can just have as is instead. The buckwheat's plenty flavorful on its own. Why do I feel like I just lost a fight? Ken is quite the seasoned eater, isn't he? There's something admirable about that. It's very funny how the same voice actor for let's see, Ben is the dub VO for Laios in Delicious in Dungeon. So it's funny how he's a foodie in this game as well. Two very nearby roles. Appetites thoroughly whetted, the group made quick work of their soba noodles. Thank you all so much. I'm glad I was able to do the recipe justice. Now I just need to practice it so that come festival time, they'll be even tastier. Looking forward to it. Glad I got to try Far Eastern cuisine for myself. This was really delicious. Thank you very much for the meal, Giovanna.
All in a
Quest
day's
done.
work.
Love to see it.
Good
Your
bonuses.
deposit confirmed.
Money get, and we are lawful, as we should be. So it looks like she's gone.